Is cooking with olive oil toxic? For the longest time, the only oil I bought was extra virgin olive oil. After all, it's high in heart-healthy antioxidants called polyphenols and monounsaturated fats, which can help lower bad LDL cholesterol and raise good HDL cholesterol levels. Then a friend, who was also a chef, told me that there are actually times when olive oil is not the best choice. So I looked into the best uses for olive oil, and when to choose another oil. When you're making salad dressing or sautéing vegetables over medium heat, olive oil is an excellent choice. Since it has a distinct flavor, use it in dishes where you want to taste it, drizzled over steamed vegetables, soup or bread, for example. Olive oil has more monounsaturated fat than other oils, making it a great choice for heart-healthy cooking. If you're cooking over high heat, don't choose olive oil. Olive oil has a lower smoke point. The point at which an oil literally begins to smoke olive oils is between 365 degrees and 420 degrees Fahrenheit than some other oils. When you heat olive oil to its smoke point, the beneficial compounds in oil start to degrade, and potentially health-harming compounds form. Canola oil, on the other hand, has a higher smoke point and is a good choice if you'll be cooking over high heat, as when you're roasting vegetables or sautéing food over high heat. It also has a neutral flavor and is packed with heart-healthy alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid, which makes it ideal for baking. It's also cheaper than olive oil, so if you're trying to trim your grocery bill, then canola oil is a good option. Most of the canola oil in the United States is made from genetically modified canola seeds, however, so if that's a concern, choose organic canola oil. Peanut oil has a very high smoke point, and so is also good for high-heat cooking, like stir-frying. Although more expensive, avocado, macadamia nut, tea and almond oils are also good mono-rich choices for everyday use. Cooking with olive oil. I'm not saying that to be funny, but to answer your question, olive oil has a very low smoke point. Meaning, olive oil does not tolerate heat very well at all. Here's a test for you. Go to the nearest grocery store, pick up a very small bottle of olive oil and a very small container of coconut oil. When you arrive at home, open both containers. Wash your hands, then dry them thoroughly. Take a teaspoon of coconut oil and place it between your palms. Rub your palms together vigorously for 45 seconds to 1.5 minutes. Note the heat in your palms with the coconut oil. Wash your hands, then dry them thoroughly. Now, take a teaspoon of olive oil and place it between your palms. Rub your palms together vigorously for 45 to 1.5 minutes. Note the heat in your palms with the olive oil. Now, imagine putting olive oil in a pan on high heat for 45 seconds to 1.5 minutes. This is one of the reasons why kitchens catch on fire. In fact, using olive oil for cooking can be hazardous to your health. Olive oil has a low smoking point. Cooking with olive oil runs the risk of creating smoke that contains compounds that are harmful to human health, breaking down the molecular structure of the oil, which turns the oil very toxic. Olive oil is great for consumption, as long as it's not heated over a fire. There is absolutely no reason not to cook with olive oil, except that olive oil, and unless you specify extra virgin olive oil, it's always mean to be refined olive oil, is quite disgusting. Extra virgin olive oil is actually, along with butter and pancetta, your fat of choice when it comes to Italian cooking. It's what most people here use for cooking, and it adds flavor to your dishes with the extra advantage that you need to use less fat than with a neutral oil. It has a relatively low smoke point, around 160 to 165 degrees Celsius, so you are not supposed to fry with it. But most cooking happens at 100 to 120 degrees Celsius, which is perfectly fine with extra virgin olive oil. As I said, refined olive oil is quite disgusting as it completely lacks flavor, and also nutritional properties. It is basically pure grease, but it has a higher smoke point, around 210 degrees Celsius, along with lard. It's Italy's frying fat of choice.